Fantastic. So welcome everyone to Thursday Yin. My name is Alex, and behind me is my beautiful mother and yoga inspiration. And so we're going to be doing class together today. She's going to be a participant. So again, getting the ability to see different bodies and seeing it as snowflakes, right? We're all connected by snow. We're all connected by water, right? That's the form. And then what makes it unique and special is the pattern of that form. So as we progress with our yin, it's not so much the sequencing that makes it more difficult. It can, but it's the duration. And so now we're moving away from 3 to 5 minute holds, and we're focusing more on 7, 8, 9, 10 minute holds. And we're moving toward 10 to 15. As we progress our yin, we equally progress ourselves to be able to endure with gratitude longer and longer, and getting that energy, that consciousness within the body, really starting to embody itself. So what we think, we become. What we believe, we embody. So let's remember that as we practice today, a little bit of a, preemptive teaching to help power us up through our practice today. So our first posture is going to be nice and simple. We always start with a nice and easy one, and we do the micro movements. And we're going to start with dragonfly because we ended last week on dragonfly, and I want us to begin this week on dragonfly. So open up the legs, move those participants, because we're getting used to it now. So it's a good one to start with. Where we ended last week is where we start this week. And again, just moving side to side. Just getting that nice side to side flow, right? Letting it go left and right. Nice and slow. The first minute is always getting comfortable. Again, we do yin a little bit differently because remember, the yin contains the yang. There's always that little little droplet of yang. And that's our first minute. That's how I want you to understand it. So we're doing these micro movements where we're getting comfortable into the posture. We're really honoring the yin by not dismissing the yang, right? We're saying to ourselves that every aspect of yin has yang. And if you'd like to just do this the whole 10 minutes because it's nice and easy, there's nothing wrong with that. You're still honoring the yin. You're still holding the posture. But as we start at the yang, we move toward the yin, and it's a natural progression from light, right, into darkness, if we take it as a literal metaphor, right? Or from, light like the sun, into gravity, right? So that same light has light, that's the yang, but that same light has gravity, it has weight, it has force, right? And that's the yin. So that's what we're going towards. So start to feel that weight. As we go side to side, start to bring the arms out in front as we pass that first minute. And all you're doing is finding your way down, down, down towards the ground. And again, we start nice and slow by reaching one arm at a time. And then the next level, which is really great, is when you can bend the elbows and get your elbows to the ground, because that really puts the stretch into the lower back. And you'll notice me throughout my yin pose, you'll see me checking in as I go deeper, right? I'm getting comfortable. And once I get comfortable, I want to find that comfortable edge. Oh, there it is. Oh, right, getting those elbows to the ground is quite tough. So again, I'm just going to do this a couple times till it relaxes. When it relaxes, I'm going to hold, relax head. Now elbows on ground, head down. And that's a good place to stop because that's your comfortable edge. So you start to ride that breath by breath. And then eventually, after another minute or two, you may find yourself just intuitively walking your hands forward again, and then bending your elbows down again, and noticing this time maybe it's a lot further. That's okay, right? As long as you progress with the breath, as long as you take that comfort, transform it into comfortable edge by being able to breathe at that point. The breath can be a little bit more shallow, but it shouldn't be a lot more shallow because that's not yin, that's yang, right? When you see me in handstand, I'm not going, right, long, deep breathing, right? When I'm in handstand, the breath, I want to be like that, but the breath is very short, right? And that's okay. It's a very yang posture, right? But I'm still with the breath because the moment I leave that breath, right? Now it's going into automatic breathing, and that's something else. In yoga, we want natural breathing. So allowing yourself to get into that natural way and progressing. So you find that comfort, you progress a little further, right? You progress further through the breath. The breath tells you if you can breathe and you can go a little further and you can keep breathing and it's comfortable, you achieve. And then you want to go one step further, which is, can I relax? It's no longer about the physical body, it's about the mental body. As we've discussed before, comfort in the body is relaxation in the mind. And if you can reach comfort and relaxation, and you can ping pong back, body scanning, mentalizing through the breath. Am I comfortable? Am I relaxed? 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 As you move through each and every inhale and exhale, as long as you can keep ping-ponging between these two states, you start to realize that these two states are not two states, but one state, right? Mind and body through breath. So now mind and body are one, and it's 2 + 2 in oneness. So we're halfway there. I like to teach halfway through and then allow you to have that experience of stillness, silence, and spaciousness. Because stillness, silence, spaciousness is how we understand surrender. And surrender is the synonym of yin. It is the catchphrase. It is the tagline. So for the next 5 minutes, exploring that spaciousness, exploring that stillness, exploring that silence. And when you have all three in the posture, you will experience surrender. Because surrender is letting go. Surrender is letting be. Right? It's not about giving up. It's about giving in. So really, really just relax. And then when you're relaxed, get comfortable again. Because you can't be relaxed without being comfortable. So it's about going deeper each and every time, increasing that flexibility. And that's why Yin creates that permanent flexibility, that permanent lasting change. Beautiful, and slowly, slowly start to come up. Again, I would suggest doing the same thing we did at the beginning, right? Just start stretching and reaching in different directions. Again, when we stretch the fascia, the connective tissue that deeply, remember what happens, right? We start to feel 40 years older than we all are. And that's just a feeling, because we're getting into the ligaments, we're getting into the tendons, we're getting into that permanent lasting change. I always try and feel it as like the ceiling that you're aspiring to get to, the next floor, the next level. That's going to be your new floor. That's what you rest on. That's what you stand on. So as we aspire, right, we're going into this deeper posturing. We also then transpire, right? Then we have this transformation where we take a ceiling into a floor, right? It transforms. So what we're reaching and grasping for, not only, we can hold, we can reach, we can succeed, but then it actually becomes a base. And that's just what happened from 3 to 5 minutes now to 10 minutes, right? So now 3 to 5 minutes was something that we aspired toward, and now it's a base, right? 3 to 5 minutes is no problem, right? It's no problem. It's not something we have to aspire for. Beautiful. That was a good minute. Let's bring the soles of the feet to the floor. Just windshield wiper our knees. We'll go a little bit longer, again with a 10-minute hold. We can do a little bit more counter posing, because again, it's really good to bring that circulation to the body. And remembering, we get circulation two ways, right? We get blood circulation through respiration, through breathing. Long, deep breathing. But we also get it through movement, right? Movement enhances circulation. Beautiful feeling. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. All right, more of a challenge. So please, please, please remember, we don't plant the seed for the sake of the fruit, right? Yoga's different. We plant the seed for the sake of the seed, right? For life itself. So again, please be gentle with yourself in this next posture. And if you can't do the full 10 minutes, that's okay. I'll give you a modified version. If you'd like to come back and try again, that's totally acceptable. Remember, it is the way we should be doing it. And I hope it's not a should, it's an ought or a must. You must modify, you must accommodate. There's no use doing yin in a yang way, but it will be tough, so just be forewarned. All right, so 10 minutes on the clock. I'm gonna start now to buy ourselves some time. We're gonna open up our knees, okay? Open up our knees nice and wide. And as we do this, if you know you have knee issues, if you're like me, and you know you have knee issues, actually, you know what? I'm gonna take a blanket. That's better for me. You take a blanket, you take 2 pillows, you take whatever it is that you need, and you literally put it in front of you, nice and wide, and you start stacking it up. Good. So again, I'm just building a little bit of a thicker layer for my knees as I open them up into frog pose. And again, we open our feet up wide. And if this is as far as you go for the 10 minutes, that's great. But again, if there's any pain on that inner knee, you have to keep going. You got to build it up. You got to start putting pillows and bolsters, right? It's not a problem, right? What's important is the structure of the posture, right? So then once the feet are able to go wide and you're wide, you start to go forward and back, forward and back. And this is where I'm going to show you from the side. So from the side, looks like this. And don't worry, I've already started the 10 minutes. So the teaching is part of the 10 minutes. So opening up nice and wide. That's where I said, if you can only be here, that's fine. If this gets too much and your knees are just dying, it's because they're not supported enough. This is not about your knees. This is about your hips. So again, we're opening up. So again, cat, cow, cat. And that's it. That's all we're doing in the beginning. Just our first minute micro movement. Look up, look down. Curl that spine as much as you can. Get as much articulation in the spine as you can. Good, fantastic. When you're ready, curl like a cat. Right, you're curling like a cat now and bringing one forearm down at a time. So I'm curling like a cat. And now I'm going to open my knees up a little bit more. And then I start to bring my hips back. Still holding like a cat. And that's the posture. That's it. That's frog. So again, you want to open up your legs as wide as you can. Again, where it's comfortable. And then you start to press back as you go into cat pose. So looking down. Once you lose the integrity and your back starts to drop, you're going to lose the posture. So I'm really emphasizing the fact that you're using your forearms to keep yourself in cat, and your focus is on pushing backward. You'll feel it and you'll know it. And if that's too intense, you can just come forward, but keep the curl so you can come back. So it's a tiny peripatetic movement, very, very small. And just slowly, slowly, right, into your being, into your feeling. Right? And that's what the healing is. Being and feeling. Being and feeling. So can you be in the posture? Can you be with the strong sensation? Can you endure with gratitude? Can you feel that discomfort? Stay away from discomfort. Right? You want to be comfortable. I'm actually very comfortable here. It's strong sensation, but I'm very comfortable. And then micro movement, increment by increment, breath by breath. Allowing yourself to go deeper and deeper, utilizing those energies we spoke of earlier. Stillness, silence, surrender. Stillness, silence, surrender. Right? Stillness, silence, spaciousness, surrender. There it is. Stillness, silence, spaciousness, surrender. Right? You take stillness, you take silence, you take spaciousness, you have surrender. So what is surrender? It's those three things being enacted in the posture. So again, just allow yourself to go deeper. Right? I'm always pushing back and I'm always pushing open. So again, I just got another little increment there. It's so subtle, you don't see it. But for me, my pain threshold just went broop. And so now it might be too much. No, it's good. Why? I can breathe and relax it. If I can't breathe and relax it after a couple breaths, I will back off. I'll come forward and just back off again very slightly because I've gone too far. I've passed the comfortable edge. Again, I haven't. That's why I'm still here. And probably why in another minute or two I'll go even deeper. So again, I'm leading by example. I am sharing what is most beautiful in myself. I'm holding the space. Right? That's the work of any great teacher. The work of any great student is to amplify this teaching in themselves, which is to say, to become a great teacher to yourself by applying the science of the teachings. So enjoying the last little bit of the posturing, just breathing and being in that silence, in that stillness, in that spaciousness. And breath by breath, micro movement by micro movement, into surrender. There it is. 10 minutes of frog. Slowly. What I would recommend is come forward and slowly just start to bring your knees slowly together. Oh, and then cat cow, down dog, child's pose, anything goes. But it's really hard to get the knees back together. I totally get it. And then stretching back, reaching back in all the different ways. How you feel like it. Right, so again, just opening up in such an external, powerful way. Much more powerful than cobbler, because again, we're going with gravity on that one. Right, not against it. With cobbler, we're pressing into it. Again, it's a lot softer. And gravity's kind of pushing our knees down, but not. We're fully loading, we're fully weighting our bodies down and gravity on top of it, so it becomes super amplified. Frog is a very powerful pose. And again, it doesn't have to be that intense, right? There were lots of variations, right, to be able to come out and back off. But I found it was just going deeper and deeper, increment by increment. I found that I maybe grew this much, through that whole 10 minutes. But if I didn't go that extra 5 minutes, I don't think I would have grown that extra little bit that I found that I could. And that's the beauty of the yin. As you sink into it deeper and deeper, you start to create that permanent flexibility, that permanent lasting change. Ugh. Good. We're going to take this beautiful energy now that we've cultivated in our hips. And now we're going to move it into a twist. So I'm going right into deer pose. Again, left knee towards the screen. How do you know it's your left knee? Just do the little L. So remember, you won't need this now. We're not doing anything with our knees. And now just massage it out. That's all we're doing, massaging it out. So again, forward and back. Massaging it out. Ooh, left knee forward. And really feeling it through those hips. Really feeling it through those hips. Forward and back. And this is going to take that energy and it's going to move it all the way from the hips into the heart and into the head. I love this posture. And so this is my favorite twist in yoga. Right? Deer twist. You are my favorite. And I love it. And especially after frog pose, it's wonderful because now we get to massage out through that hip, right? Relax it out. Just doing those tiny micro movements. But again, we're going for twist. So let that left arm start to walk further behind you, right? Start to feel that twist. Start to feel the connection with the hip. And then again, slowly start to bring the other arm down. And notice I'm still going forward and back, but with the other arm down, now I'm going forward and back, and it's more of an arch in the spine. And as I'm arching, I'm growing, I'm feeling that connection in the spine. Can I grow deeper? Can I twist further? Can I look in the other direction? And again, we're gonna start up high, just like we did with frog pose. And you can take the full 10 minutes here, but I just wanna show you this before we go, right, into it, that you can do the whole 10 minutes from here, right? You can constantly just be figuring it out from up here. It's not a problem. But if you wish, we start to go lower and lower until you're all the way flat on the floor, and you can be looking in the other direction. So again, just to show you where we're going. All right, so stop where you want to, and then continue where you want to, right? Remember, it's 10 minutes. We've already started. So again, slowly, just making your way. Again, I'll just demonstrate what it looks like. I'm coming down on the forearms, and then again, just enduring here. If it's too much for you to look in the other direction for all 10 minutes, you can just look at the ground. Again, you're just not getting the twist of the neck, that's fine. But if you'd like to, I like to go all the way. Elbows out, and then I just kind of place my temple, my opposite temple, so right temple now, on top of the arms. We can go all the way down to the floor. Ooh, and twist it out. If you'd like to try this, of course, with a bolster, you can just place that bolster on the hip, and now it looks more like a restorative posture. Right? It's just to give you some inspirations. Again, it's your 10 minutes, and remember, you're gonna have to do it on the other side too. So figure out where you wanna be, and just deepen, lengthen, strengthen, and stretch your way through your deer twist. Halfway there, you're doing great. Keep enduring with gratitude. Feel that energy lifting from the spine in towards the heart and up towards the head. Remember, the hardest part of twisting is breathing.
Thing
Beautiful, that was 10 minutes. Slowly coming up. And just massage that hip. Absolutely no rush to get to the other side. Just massage that hip and feel. It's very different. Ooh, feels good. Moving it forward and back, let it flow. Remember, we increase circulation through respiration, but we also do it through movement. So when we're holding for so long, things become still, things become quiet, things become slow. And so these counter stretches, usually involve some kind of rigorous movement to bring that energy, to bring that circulation back. But again, if we're regulating with the breath, we shouldn't have any problems with sleeping toes, and it all should be flowing, right? It all should be happening, right? Distributing the oxygen wisely through the body, right? Massaging it out through the hip. Feel. Ooh, so nice. Such a beautiful transition. So now to the other side, moving over to the other side, just allow the knees to switch on over. Again, I always start by placing my right knee toward you. Again, get everyone set up, and then I kind of just adjust accordingly, but that way we're all in the same way. Again, 10 minutes here. And that should bring us right towards the end of class. And we'll just now take all this and meditate. And if you look at it, we're really in a half, cross-legged pose. And if you look at here, we're in a half frog pose. So again, a very beautiful transition in the sequencing from dragonfly to frog, now into deer twist. So notice the difference right now, right away from left and right. It's quite powerful when you notice that difference. It's like, wow, that hip's gonna feel like this hip. It's like, yep. Or that hip felt like that hip before, now it doesn't. It's a great feeling. So let it roll on through. Shift it left and right. Oof. Good, and when you're ready, same thing. Take your time to get there, right? I just start slowly and then I start to work with the hand. And again, I still do micro movements. I still focus. And all I'm doing is going forward and back. But now with the other hand here, it really sets you inside yourself. Ability to move and groove from here. And remember, you can stay up here and just hold the twist from here. You can just look down. And that's a wonderful way to experience it. Or again, coming down on your forearms. Again, looking, or just straight down. Or all the way down, whichever you prefer. Remember, it's your posture. It's your pattern. It's your power. Find the stillness. Find the silence. Find the spaciousness within yourself. And let the surrender be born of that. Breathing all the way in, all the way out. Remembering always that the hardest thing about twisting is the breathing. Halfway there. Beautiful. And again, slowly coming up. Relax your jaw. Relax your hip. Massage it out. Learn to let it go. Learn to let it flow. Stronger, better, lighter. It's the beauty of Yin. The deeper we go, the higher we fly. And that's the joy of it. So again, 2 options at the level 2 level, right? You don't have to lie in Shavasana. Remember, all of this is built up for sitting posture, for sitting practice. But if you would like to have adult nap time, now is the time to lie down and just Shavasana. Or if you would prefer to sit, right? You've done all this work, right? Now it's time to sit and sit within yourself and just hold that beautiful space, hold that beautiful place. Just 5 minutes. Just close your eyes, go inside, and just be and breathe. That's it. That's all you have to do. Be, you're already doing that. Breathe, you're already doing that. So if you can be and breathe, you're just in it. Present to your presence. Beautiful. If you're sitting up, just bring your hands together, creating some energy. If you're lying down, just stretch. Bring the soles of the feet to the floor, move your tailbone around, wiggle fingers, toes, relax your head, and then slowly join us into a comfortable seated position. Those seating, just creating some energy. Again, I can feel myself getting cold. I can feel my whole nervous system calming down, right, to really high levels. So this just helps us create a little inner fire, a little stronger for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let it go. Feel. Let's chant the mantra Om as we slowly bring the palms together. Deep breath in. Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. In your hearts, in your lives, in everything that you see, are, and be. The divine in me sees and shares the divine in you. In love, with love, through love. Thank you everyone for coming out today. Namaste.
The flowers. All the trees.
Yay! Beautiful class, everyone. Thank you so much. I hope you have the yinniest day.